I'm gonna close it. So tell me when you see me, I'm gonna close it.
It says it's now live on Facebook.
Okay.
It came up, but I don't see it.
Okay. It says live on Facebook. Okay. I'm gonna close it down, I guess. You ready to go?
There it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just get my. Hi, everybody. I'm Lory MacDonald from Artfest Ontario. Welcome today to our November special event that we're having for 3 days. So today's day one. We just started our special event this morning at 9 o'clock. And we're have our special deals going on our new Artfest shop, which is shop.artfestontario.com. And I hope you can have a look. And there over the weekend, there's lots of deals, but don't wait too long because lots of things are handmade by well, they're all handmade, but lots of things are one-of-a-kind items, and you can only get them once they're sold. That's it. So you don't want to miss out on all these great things that the artists have put together for the weekend and that are in our shop. So we're hosting special events once a month on our live show, on our Artfest show, and we usually do it for 3 days, and we have special deals, and we have some artist interviews, some stories, some music usually, and some fun. So I hope you can enjoy us. We're on at 2 o'clock each day, and it is recorded. So if you have to step away, you can always catch up, or you can watch it later in the day too. So it's a beautiful day out there today in Collingwood, Ontario, which is where I'm sitting in my studio. And happy to be here with you today. And thanks for joining us. So today's agenda is going to be giving you a bit of a tour of the shop, showing you some new artists. We're adding artists all the time, and also lots of new products that they've put up in the shop to sell. And we have an interview with Paul Brodie today, which is he's a Canadian clothing designer from Toronto, Ontario. And our Artfest team loves his clothing. All of us have bought pieces from him over the time we've known him, and durable, comfy, Canadian made for Canadians clothing. So you'll get to see and hear about Paul, what Paul's up to, and how he does his business. So, and then I wanted to tell you a little bit about our holiday shopping plan. So it does seem a bit early maybe to think about holiday shopping because Halloween just finished. But it's a strange year this year. This year is like nothing we've ever seen before for anything really. To be honest, nothing is the same. Everything's changing, and it seems like every day something, there's some new thing that we're like, oh, who would have thought of that? But so Artfest is trying to manage and work our way through this year of 2020 and survive like all of us are, and try to make the best of it. I'm a pretty positive person, and generally speaking, although this has hit me pretty hard, with having all of our events canceled. But what do? You have to figure out a way to carry on, and I've been learning every day new ways. I don't have all the answers yet, but hopefully I'm getting better at it and figuring things out. So all I know is that this holiday season, I think myself, I really feel like I want to stay close to my family and friends and spend time with them, and buying gifts and special things. I seem like I have, in one way, I'm busier than ever, but in one way I seem to have more time. It's a weird combination. I don't know if any of you are feeling that way or not, but it's a strange blend. It's like things are kind of moving in slow motion, but I still seem to be crazy busy all the time. But maybe that's just my nature. Like my mom always said, I've never stopped moving since I was born. So maybe that's just me, right? So, but that's why I always sit here and jump around on the screen. I can't seem to quite sit still, but I hope you can tolerate that, because that's the only way I can seem to be able to do this kind of thing. I can't sit there. I always marvel at the people on the news that just sits up there with their heads and talk. I just can't do that. But anyways, thanks for putting up with that. But with all the changes in holiday shopping, as I was saying, we're going to be shopping from home, really, and online. I think that's just the reality of it this year. So, I mean, there's so many options out there. I know we're all getting bombarded with opportunities to shop, and we're all watching virtual events, and I'm sure you're a little bit sick of watching virtual events. I know that, or not sick, it's a bit overwhelming. Some people are working all day on their computers. I know my partner Al, he's working from home all day, and my daughter's Devaki, she's in school right now, in college, and she's all day on the computer, and it's just, it's really tiring. I work all day on the computer too, actually, but I do Artfest, so somehow I don't get tired. I don't know, I have fun with it. So I have a lot of fun doing stuff with Artfest. I always marvel at the exciting new artists that come in, and their new products and new ideas, and everybody's trying something new. So for the holiday shopping, I hope you can, carve out some time to have a look at our shop, our Artfest new shop. As you know, we don't have any events this year to sell to the artists to sell their work. All of us are trying to sell online. It's not easy, I'll tell you that right now. I've been finding it challenging myself with Artfest, and so are the artists. We're all trying these different things, but it's not an easy thing to do, to make, what works, like I've been asking this question to people, and I'm asking, our listeners today, what is it why do you love buying handmade items, and what is it that really makes you feel great about it? I know I have my own ideas about it, and I tend to just, kind of impose those on in a soft way on my advertising, and what I think is what people want to hear. But what is it makes you feel good about buying something from an artist? Like it feels great. It's different than just going to the, I know if you go to the mall or shop, whatever, you buy something, but when you buy something that's from an artist and it's handmade, and you find out the story behind it, and you find out the details, and maybe the place and how they arrived at, making the product, designing it, what they discovered. I know myself as an artist, sometimes my greatest breakthroughs have been through something that went wrong and a mistake, and all of a sudden I have to figure out how to resolve it and fix it, and all of a sudden you discover a whole new way of doing things, and that's one of the journeys about being an artist that's kind of exciting, and it's always changing. That's one thing that I know. I don't know many artists that, make the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. They really just don't. And if they do, they find new ways to do it. If some artists have more of can do more, so we have a production kind of a thing, but they're always finding new ways to do it, making it better. Be able to do it in a more efficient way, trying to save money on materials, and that's one of the reasons why this whole upcycling movement has really taken over in the artist community over the last several years. Materials are expensive for things, and artists don't, typically don't make a ton of money, so they need to find ways to save, and that one of them is the upcycling approach, which has been great. And we have several artists on our shop that do that. So actually, one of our new artists that I can take you over to our shop to show you around a little bit. I might think I'm missing anything, but I'll just repeat that if you're just coming on board, I'm Lory MacDonald from Artfest Ontario. I'm your host today, and I'm running live stream events instead of doing live events and in person. So that's what I'm doing right now. And we built a brand new Artfest shop so the artists could sell their work. So, and I hope you love it, because I love it. I love the color and the pictures and the images. But so take you over to introduce you to one of the new artists on our shop, and that's Marianne Bombardier, and she's from Revoilà handbag. She's from Quebec, but I'll just take you over here to share the screen here for a second. Get this right. Do it first. Second here. Share the screen. Hang on. Make sure I got it right. Okay. Here we go. So as you can see here, this is our Artfest shop. Let's take it to the top. You see this banner here, and beautiful, colorful, fun, November 6th, 3 days of specials. That's what we're doing right now. Lots of the artists have got great deals and specials on for the weekend, which I really appreciate. And they're trying to find ways to reach out to you, and why not save a little bit of money too while you're shopping with us. So this is find this gal. So you can, in our shop here, there's so many great ways you can search. You can just put in the search bar, voila. Here she is here. So this gal, Marianne, takes coats and jackets and things and cuts them up and redesigns them and makes them into beautiful handbags. So it's a pretty neat product. Not easy to do, I'll tell you that right now. You know, and she wants to incorporate, you know, the snaps and the buttons that were used originally. She can embellish it with other pieces that she finds, like this nice little jewel here. And let's see, go over to her collection. And she has a lot of fun with it. So she works with not just with cloth, but she also has leather. Here's a really fabulous piece here if you want to do something fun with your leopard print. She's got the buttons there. It's all lined in nice big, she calls them like hobo bags, which means like it's a soft kind of a bag. And it goes across the body, so it's really comfortable to wear. So here's what she started with this jacket here. Actually, I guess it's a vest. It looks like it's a vest. Some of the details there. And then she's able to, you know, make it into this incredible bag, which I think is pretty amazing. So, yeah, so that's pretty neat. And so let's go and see what else she has here. And so I just want to find you one of the leather pieces. Which I think she does little ones too. These are cute. These little bags here. What a great deal! $30. You know, really cute. Here she's repurposed a nice little buckle with this. And it's available in red and black. So, but she has a great deal on this weekend. So I'm just gonna go back to my screen. So yeah, so she has a great deal on this weekend. So anything you buy from her is 15% off, and the deal's on for Saturday, like today, tomorrow, and Sunday till midnight. So I encourage you to go check her out and see what she's up to. So she's got some really nice bags. And I know if you have to buy a present for your niece or your daughter or somebody younger, but maybe not younger, but maybe anyway, they love something like that, I'm sure. So yeah, so with some of the things that I've been doing with Artfest and trying to switch over from doing live events, it's been an interesting experience for me, because I know, like, I work all year on Artfest events, and there's a million details that I'm working on all the time, and slowly inching away, microscopic, like tiny inching towards the big event date. And it takes months to prepare for these events, and lots of communication with the people that are involved, lots of, you know, booking things and renting things and, you know, designing all your layouts and then you have to do a lot of work as well with the cities, the city, like in Kingston, for example, the city planners, the bylaw people, you're working with the health department, the planning department, the building department, you're working with the events department. So it's and you're working with the promotions and marketing. It's pretty overwhelming, and I don't even know how I actually, you know, do it. I just slowly build the whole thing to a big crescendo to have the event, and then it actually happens. But you know, the planning involved is quite incredible, and it is always a huge flurry near the end, because there's lots of details that you just can't finalize till the last minute. It's not like you're like, oh, you know, you didn't bother or you were behind or, well, you're always behind, right? I mean, you always said, oh, I'm so far behind, right? But I just in my own mind, I'm behind where I'd like to be. It'd be nice if it was all just kind of organized and laid out and you just sort of step in a calm way and your event's there, right? But that's just not the way these things work. They just don't. And, you know, that's part of the energy too of the event. I know when you go to an event, there's an excitement, there's an energy, but that builds over time. And as you get closer and closer, it builds more and more and more. So it takes an incredible amount of energy to put these events on, from, you know, myself and as a producer, my team, the artists that travel from all over Ontario and Quebec that come to the events. You know, they're in the same mode I'm in, but in a different way. They're planning for an event as well, but it's just at a little bit different scale. But they have to get all the product ready, and they have to get all their, you know, accommodations figured out, and their you know, food, and if they're bringing their family and they've got dogs and pets, it's like, you know, it's always a production, right? And then making sure everything's ready and finished, and then you got to have all your displays ready. So it's a lot going on. So, you know, you'd think, oh, none of that's happening because we don't having live events, and that, you know, okay, we're doing online events, but that's not actually true, because what I've been finding is that I am still working just as hard and just as diligently, even for the online events. And it's quite, now maybe I'm just a make work kind of gal, I don't know, but I am, you know, it's constant. And, you know, even last minute, and that's what helps me get my energy up for doing these live events. I have to be, you know, have good energy, and I do, and it's not fake, it's, you know, real, and I'm excited about it, and I love doing these live shows. They're really fun for me, and I get to, you know, sort of show off all the stuff that we're working on. And, you know, this morning I'm getting, you know, emails in and products in from the artist still. Oh, no, I forgot to give you what's my special deal? Yeah, I'll do this. I'll, you know, let's do a discount for the weekend. But, you know, it's not like they're, you know, whatever, to get around. It's just the way it works. It's just all last minute, and it makes it pretty exciting for me. So that's what goes on kind of behind the scenes with getting ready for the events. And tomorrow's no different. I have a ton of work to do for tomorrow's event still. I'm not ready yet, but that's okay. I'll be ready, and I'll be here with a big smile and happy to engage with you. So I want to go back over to our shop and show you around a little bit more here. I'm going to share my screen again and share. Here we go. So another one of the new artists that we have on our shop, and I'm really excited about this because we don't have a ton of food on our shop yet, which I find kind of funny because, you know, at the live events, we've got lots of food there, like lots of food artists. But, you know, for somebody in online, maybe food, I don't know why food, but we have Carolina's artisan brownies, which are just amazing. So, and I know myself, this is a great gift idea, because you can, everything comes beautifully boxed, wrapped, ribbon on it. Also, with every single brownie is actually wrapped. Let me show you here, is all individually wrapped. So there's no worry about, you know, not being, you know, being handled properly. It's all done in a professional kitchen. And she, you know, individually wraps all these pieces with a beautiful little label, with her little labels. And she has all kinds of special things. You can get different options. You get, you know, 3 bags. You can get 2 bags. You can get 12 classic brownie, gourmet. You can get 24 snack brownies. So there's lots of different options there for different gift boxes. And you can also you can just say, oh, baker's choice. So she just, you know, throws in a nice mixture of all the different types of brownies. Or you can also do nut-free, the nut-free version. And you can also select the gluten-free. So there's lots of options there that you can, you know, choose from her bakery. And then you also have the option of a gift tag. So let's say, for example, you're sending it to as a gift. She can will attach a gift tag that goes with it. So that's a nice feature as well. And then she just puts that in. You can say hi, happy holidays, or you can say Merry Christmas, or you could say happy birthday, or I love you, or whatever you want to do. So you can do that. So I'm just going to go take you over to show you all the different things she has on. She has some great deals on right now. And she's also very, very great with, giving back to the community. She's making donations to, Easter Seals and also a local charity that she supports. So here's the different things. It's here. You can get 12 classic brownies, 18. You can do these, also do the brownie torte combo here. Here's the bigger ones. These are the snack brownies. They're a little bit smaller, but great for if you're having like a little get together and you just want to have, people just want to have a little treat at your, at your event. Here's a nice one here. This is the holiday box, Easter Seals. You get 4 sizes, and 10% of those go to the Easter Seals. And some of them she has free shipping on here. Like this is the Merry and Bright Holiday bundle. So, I know myself, for me, this is so cute. And then she has beautiful designs. Look how nicely presented they are. Beautiful packaging, and she has these are the little bundles here. And she's got a great little setup. So you have, there's the flavors, you got lots of options there. Chocolate fudge, yum. Caramel sea salt, yum. Dose de lac, I don't know how to pronounce that, it's French, but espresso, sorry, and baker's choice. So you got lots of options there for things. So let's just scroll through her little pictures here. There's a close up. That's the torte, the brownie torte. There you go here. There's her little tags there, Merry Christmas, really sweet. There's showing the little box, how it actually comes presented. What a lovely, lovely gift. There's the little bundles there, really cute bagged in the little bag there. Happy holiday. I'm just gonna stop here. Really, really cute product. And I'm so happy to have her on the shop because I think that that's a great gift idea for people. If you're not sure what to get somebody, who doesn't love food? I mean, food is always a winner every time. And I know, I don't have time to bake. I really don't. And to be truthful, I'm not really a baker. I don't really bake at all. I don't bake anything. But I cook. I mean, I like cooking. I like playing around with spices and making meals like that, but I'm not a baker. And I think that, baking is a different kind of a skill that I'm clearly challenged with. But I think it is because, with baking, it's a science. Everything has to be measured. You have to follow a recipe exactly. Now, that's one thing that I don't seem to be able to do. I can't follow a recipe. Even if I have a recipe for dinner and I'm making my meal, I always get, maybe it's the artist inside me, maybe it's the creativity. I always get, I'm gonna, what would it be like if I tried that? Even though I've never even tried the recipe before, I don't even know, right? But I always like experimenting. Usually they work out fine. I rarely have a disaster. But I have to tell you a little funny story with my nephew, Seisha. I guess he's 39 now, right? He's not little, but he's growing up. I've always made our Christmas dish, our main Christmas dish for our family. And we have a whole bunch of vegetarians in our family. So I always make a vegetarian main dish. And I always call it the tofu surprise, even if it's not even got tofu in it. It's just called tofu surprise. And I usually just sort of, experiment and make something up. And I made some amazing meals over the years. And people, and the whole family like, wow, it's amazing. And he gets so annoyed with me because, you can never repeat it. I love that recipe, but you can't even tell me what was in it. So it's kind of true. Anyway, anyways, back to Carolina's artisan brownies. She's got a great deal on this weekend too. So there's a 15% discount on all of her brownies this weekend, and a couple of them have free shipping too. Or if it's it's $12 flat rate shipping across to Canada, if not. So it's a really good deal. So I encourage you to go see that. Go check that out and buy some brownies from Carolina. So nice lady too. Actually, I'll just show you a picture of her here. I'll go back over to the shop. Hang on. Hope I did this right last time. Sometimes I get mixed up on when I'm doing these things. Here we go. I think I've got her picture. Here she is here. There she is. Hardworking lady. There she is. There's Carolina there making her brownies. So there you go. So it's a real person making those brownies. It's a real person. Okay, so I'm just going to get ready for Paul Brodie's interview today. So Paul Brodie's been part of Artfest shows for the last 2-3 years. He's pretty new to our events, but he's been a great addition, and we love what they do, and they're fantastic with their customer service and their product. Heavy duty, though, that's not easy what he's doing there. So I'm just gonna take you over to get my interview ready here. Let's take it over. Okay, so share the screen and let's see what Paul Brodie thought of it. Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm good, Lory. How are you?
Great.
Happy to join you.
Yeah, welcome to the Artfest chat. So it's a good chance for our audience to get to meet Paul Brodie from In the Ville. He's one of our Artfest exhibitors, and we're very happy to have him here today. Fairly new to our Artfest shows, but what an addition. It's just been great having you in our events. So thanks for...
it's been a lot of fun, and you certainly put on a good event, Lory, and we miss you this year.
Yeah, it's been a very strange year, hasn't it? We're living in this new no event world. Yeah, so
absolutely.
Yeah, so Paul, you make beautiful handmade clothing. You're a clothing designer. So tell us a little bit about how you started. How did you start being a clothing designer? How did that all start?
Well, I'll give you the abbreviated version, but I started in the sportswear business, and I worked for a company where we represented a lot of different brands as a sales agency, and I was with that company for many years, and then many of the companies I was representing at that time were Canadian. But as the industry changed, I noticed that everything was kind of going offshore, and suddenly Canadian manufacturing was sort of becoming obsolete and too costly. And so it was all about price. So through that process, I became increasingly aware that there was certainly a large contingency of people that wanted to buy Canadian and wanted quality. And if I could find a way to sort of keep my overhead low, make it in Canada, I could still be competitive in the category that I'm in, which is footwear and outerwear, I should be able to do it. So I just sort of followed that simple formula. And I do special events around the GTA, and I'm like a microbrewery. I supply locally. I make things in small batches, and it keeps it unique and fresh and not saturated in the marketplace of all the sort of homogenized products and stores you see today.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. And when you say you make clothes for Canadians, to me that means Canadians are somehow are we built differently? Like, what does it mean to be making clothes for Canadians? I know myself, I like things to fit. I don't have these little tiny shoulders. I'm a healthy, robust Canadian, right?
But when I say that, I mean often when you go, the sizing is so diverse in a lot of the stores in the malls you see, and I tend to make my sizes generous and accommodating for wool sweaters and cozy days, and not as fitted as sort of some of the more contemporary things, but nonetheless, I try to incorporate fabrics, native blankets that I get out of Portland, Oregon, from a blanket company. I buy tartans and tweeds out of Scotland, wax cotton out of Scotland, and I incorporate a lot of fabrics to give everything unique. So blended with the wax cotton and the wool coats, I use the tartans and the native blankets, and even in my footwear on my boots, I do this as well. So every item is quite unique because the repeat on the blankets are different on every item. So there's no one item the same.
Yeah, and your clothing and boots, they really do have a Canadian look and a Canadian feel to them. I mean, they look like, the quality of the fabric is outstanding, and the design, and also the outdoors-y kind of Canadian, backcountry feel to your designs.
You're right, and that's the look that I want to be. I like to have fashion, and I like men and women to feel attractive in the coats, but also I put a high consideration on utility of the product and the way it's made. I used, the heaviest gauge zippers you can get, and a lot of different fitting details that a lot of companies no longer use. I use, and it lasts longer. And I'm able to also do alterations on the coats that I make for customers that need, their sleeve shortened or things like that, or wanted, say, a different color combination. I can do that kind of custom work from that the customer likes to individual and fun for everybody. They're
that's
getting
great.
one of a kind.
Because I know, we're all different. We're all different shapes, and in Canada.
Yeah. I do a lot of from a size 0 to a size 22. I've done a lot of custom work. I recently outfitted a gentleman that was a size 56 in a coat that he wasn't able to find his size anywhere, and I was able to make him one. So it's great when you can help people out that are having a tough time finding special items. I don't do it all the time, and I do it. It takes about 6 weeks for me to do a custom coat, but I can do it if need be.
Yeah, well, when your work is, your clothing's beautiful, and it looks like it lasts like for 100 years. So I know the Artfest team has been definitely been you've been doing a great job clothing Artfest team, and Steve loves his coats, and then I have my boots, and So what about your team?
Pardon?
What about your team? Tell me a little bit about your team and where you have.
Well, my team is largely Crystal and I, and then I'm partners with a manufacturer in Toronto, where they produce safety footwear, and I do the soft toe version of that side of the footwear business. With the boots, with the slip-on boots, and I do basically 2 styles of men's and women's, and a multitude of colors. The factory where I manufacture my outerwear, I'm part owner on. I work with a gentleman that's been in the business for over 40 years. I brought him out of retirement, and he's helped me develop a lot of my patterns, and has been a tremendous mentor to me. And there's 3 ladies. They're like my second grandmothers, and they come in on a part-time basis, so they're very happy to work, and they sew my garments together. They're much better at it than I am, so they help me with that. And so it's a nice team. It's not large. I'm not a high production factory. Everything is made, by a few people, and it's made in one location, and we take a lot of pride in what we do.
Yeah, well, you have a great results. And I mean, I know when you even when you said like you use top quality heavy duty zippers, I was just thinking about even how when you were at Artfest. I mean, I've marveled over your setup and your booth. I mean, everything is like over the top. It's so organized, and like you're a professional. I don't know even how to describe it, but you're a marvel to watch set your booth up. And I know you've been quite an adventure trying to get your booth to work really well for you and Crystal when you're selling your work. I mean, you've got everything there, like all your sizes and all your designs. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your personality trait that way. You do tend to want things done well.
I like display. Coming from a background from the wholesale end of things, I used to present my products at shows to attract buyers from retail stores, and they're always looking for something new and different. And I think presentation, just like window dressing a store, is so important to reflect who you are and what you are as a brand. And I just try to have a very woodsy look. I leather stools, things, just little accents that make people feel comfortable when they're shopping with us. And we always try to play music if it's not provided at an event, and we just like to have fun with it. And many of our customers have become friends and who we stay in touch with, and it's been fun doing it. It's hard work, but it's well worth the effort. So
Yeah.
we try to, and I'm into antiques, and at some of the larger shows I do, we furnish it with, you know, a lot of old pine and furniture and chairs and things like that, just to make people feel like they're kind of shopping in a little country store.
Yeah, it's nice. You do a great job with it. I mean,
Thank you.
at Artfest event, your booth's always bustling with people.
Well, we try to make a bus. We have a very small location there, and we make the best of it, because I know you've got to accommodate a lot of people at that event. So
Yeah.
it's fun. It's always a challenge moving in and out of there on that cobblestone, I tell you, but it's worth it.
Yeah, tell our visitors a little bit about that little custom golf cart that you created for us.
I tricked out a golf cart. A friend of mine who was a welder, basically, I had all this checker plate aluminum, and we just basically removed the front and back of the golf cart. We made a flatbed on both, and then I have a roof on the top of it, which supports weight for carrying gear into shows and events like yours. And also a rack. I don't think you've seen that, Lory, but I have a full racking system that goes around the peripheral of the golf cart, where I can hang garment bags on all four sides of this. So when I'm driving it, you can't often see the driver. And it gets a lot of laughs and a lot of attention, but it is a very efficient thing as for slugging stuff in and out of shows.
Yeah, it's definitely over the top. I couldn't believe it when I first when I first saw it. I was like, "What is that contraption?" Right?
Well, it's funny. I did an event at a farm not so long ago. A friend of mine has this beautiful farm towards where I live in Milton, and I basically filled the golf cart full of all my garments and my outerwear, and it was in the middle of a field, and we had a lot of fun with it. It was you could drive it all over the place if need be, so it was fun.
Yeah, well, it's a smart idea. And moving, show move in and move out is everybody's worst nightmare.
Yeah, well, it is. You try to work harder, or smarter, not harder, and this allows me to work. Saves on my back a little bit, but slugging stuff around, because some of our products are heavy when they're all packed up in bags and boxes.
Yeah, they are. When you're using those heavy-duty fabrics, I mean, it adds up quickly, doesn't it? Yeah. So what's next on your Jennifer? Your designing. You have any new products you're working on? Ideas?
I have a core group of products in my outerwear. I would say about 8 styles that I change with the color combinations for every year. I find new colors. I make modifications to fit everything I can to sort of make it better. I always try to introduce a couple of new styles in ladies every year. This year is my hooded parka with these huge toggle buttons, and I'll have to send photos of that. And detailing on some of the color combinations of my men's jackets. I'm now using leather plackets, which is this internal bib in the jacket, and I'm now doing that jacket for a ladies style, whereas before a lot of women wanted this men's jacket, so I did a ladies version of it. And I find that sometimes going too wide in a selection overwhelms people, and I'd rather just focus on about, as I said, just under 10 of my core product that's sort of my basic DNA, and then try to bring out something 1 or 2 styles new every year to try it out. But I'm known for these very functional wool coats and wax cotton coats, and if I can satisfy the world with those, I'm happy.
Yeah, you're right on that. That's a good point, because sometimes if you've been in business for many years, you start to think, I want to do something new, and you start diversifying until all of a sudden you lose who you are. And
you're right.
You have so many choices. People come to your booth, they're like, I don't even know where to start. But you guys do a great job. And I know your partner Crystal is amazing. She's a fantastic model. I mean, she's delightful at the shows. She's great at customer service, and so are you, of course. But she's always looks fabulous in those coats. I mean,
she is. She has been a tremendous asset joining my team 10 years ago, and keeping me organized has been a challenge enough for her. But she is. We work well together on public shows, events like yours, and we have fun. And I think that's why we've been successful. We're genuinely interested in people. We're passionate about our product. We know a lot about it. and these are the kind of services you don't often see anymore at some of the larger retail venues. People aren't as engaged with the products as we are because we make them, and so we want everybody to leave with, if not wearing our coats, knowing about it.
Yeah, I know. I have. I don't know. When I first saw your work, I was like, okay, I'm going to be having one of these coats and a pair of these boots and a pair of those little boots. So I'll be getting adding to my collection for sure.
Well, we hope so, Lory. We'd love to get you in some nice cozy wool coats for this fall.
Yeah, yeah. I love I saw on your website too it's like the soft wool coat that I saw a picture of Crystal wearing it. It's like a wool fall jacket. I think it was in a yellow, mustard, and a gray.
Well, I'll send. Hopefully, you can include some of these photos. I'll send you a few of my latest shots. We were actually recently at a beautiful horse farm just last weekend, and we did some photo shots for our website, and I'll send you a few of those. And I'm opening up a showroom in Toronto where I manufacture my footwear. And it's just a very small facility. It's 800 square feet, and I'll have all my garments and footwear there, and by appointment. And we're doing sort of, of course, the COVID protocol there. We'll all be wearing masks and hand sanitizers, and only probably allow 5 people in at once, and try to work through this lovely 2020 year. Facilitating our personal contact with people that way, and doing everything we can to sort of drive business to our website is our focus now, where before we really didn't. We love talking to people on the online, but our events were largely, and our growth was largely through our shows.
Yeah.
So now this is forcing us to be more familiar and efficient with the whole multimedia thing, and trying to market your product online and give the same personal service that we have at our shows.
Yeah, it's a tricky time. I know. It was the new Artfest shop. We're doing everything we can to try and keep our customers, connected to our to our artists, and it's not an easy task. And it looks like our holiday season is going to be shopping, from the comfort of our home again. So.
Well, kudos to you, by the way. Kudos to you, Lory, for keeping at it and staying in touch with everybody. And we've always enjoyed your events and your energy at them. And you've done a super job with that. And we look forward to working with you in the future.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Yeah, thanks. Us too. Yeah, so we'll be doing, we'll get you up there. I know that, that I could just see that your shop will be a great opportunity for people to, even if they ordered online, they could pick up their jacket at your shop.
Yes, yeah.
And then get, try it on, make sure it's fitting properly, and yeah, it's great. Good plan.
And we also encourage people to call us, in advance if they have any questions, if they want to order something online, and we can tell them about the fit and make recommendations, and then also provide that service by appointment from our Toronto location. Yeah,
it's a great idea. Well, that's great. So thanks for coming on to our online chat, and good luck with your holiday season sales, and hopefully we'll be selling lots of your work on the Artfest shop. That's what my plan is.
Thank you, Lory, and thanks for having me, and thanks for your interest, and keep up the good work.
All right.
Until next time.
Bye-bye. Bye. There you go. So there we know it's all about Paul Brodie. Let me get that. Who's up there? And lovely team he has, and great people. They're lots of fun at Artfest, and I really do have a lot of their booth is always just bustling with people. They do everything. They do a good job there, and I'm proud to have them as part of our Artfest shows for sure. So hope you're enjoying the show. I'm Lory MacDonald from Artfest Ontario, if you're just joining us now, and we're doing a special online event here live for the next 3 days. So I'm on every day at 2 o'clock, and with artist interviews and stories, and taking you on a tour of the shop, and giving you a little bit of kind of the background story of what Artfest is all about. Hopefully you're finding it entertaining, and finding out some interesting things too. So I'm going to take you back over to the store. I want to take you back over here again and introduce you to another artist who's new on our shop. And that is Love to Felt Artwear. There she is here. So amazing, amazing products here. So, you know, I don't know if you're familiar with, you know, the whole thing about felting and making fabric from scratch, but it's a really an interesting art form. And I did do a special interview with one of our artists who makes a lot of her own textiles and fabrics, Carolyn Barnett. But Julie here is, second here. Yeah, Julie is, you know, takes wool and silk and then actually makes her fabric. So it's pretty astounding. And every piece is like a sculpture and a work of art. So this one, I just love this piece. Maybe it's the colors. It matches my my hair and my hat. I just love this piece here. But this is a dramatic felted shawl in earth tones, and it was burnt orange with long wool locks at the fringe. Just beautiful, beautiful piece. So here's a couple of other views of it here. Let's see here, we get them going here. Here's my little arrows. You can wear it different ways. You can put, you know, wear it to the side, you can wear it to the front. Here's it looks like the back here. You can fold the collar, flip it over, fold the collar back. Lots of different ways to wear these pieces, which is that's part of the fun and the creativity. You know, imagine wearing this piece out. I mean, everybody, it would be a showstopper. People would be wondering, like, wow, where did you get that? You know, and that's what I'm talking about when I say, you know, say this, you know, when you buy things from artists like us, I mean, you're getting something that's really a piece of art, and no one else is going to have it except you. So that's really, I think that's really neat. Maybe it's my, I don't think I'm being egotistical. I like wearing things that are different. I like people, and I think as maybe an artist, you know, we like unusual things. That's so maybe not, but everybody does, not just artists. These are what I'm talking about. We all like unusual things. These are outstanding things. It's just some amazing colors, and these are all 15% off for the weekend. That's one of them. But I was going to show you a little clip here. I'm just going to bring it over here because she has some little videos here on, so you can see, if you can see this or not, make it a bit bigger. How these are actually a close-up. This wool is so soft. It's a merino. She uses like a merino wool, really, really soft. And then she weaves the fabrics into it and works them in. So she actually makes and builds the piece from scratch. So it's a pretty incredible thing. There's another little one here too of, I'll just show you this piece. There's another one here. This gives it just a little bit of detail because it's hard to see from the photos, but the colors are just so pretty. Look at all the colors of wool that she's got blended in there. And you see the little strands in there that are, you can just, it's so tactile. And the thing that's really neat about these pieces, not only are they a piece of art to wear, that's why I call them artwear, but they're also, I'm just going to show you the rest of her collection. They're also super warm. So, I mean, for us, for Canadians, we need warm stuff here, right? So here we are. Here's some of her pieces. And some of the pieces that she has are actually wall art as well. So they're actually framed. Here's one here. This is called Cityscape. She's actually made pieces that are for all our art pieces as well. So that's neat. Some of the pieces actually can also double up as an art, as a shawl, and can be hung on the wall like a piece of art. Here's another one here. It's beautiful, red. This would be nice for Christmas, for the holiday season. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just lovely, lovely work. There's some nice different views of it here. Just a stunning piece. Yeah, so I encourage you to have a look at her. So it's Love to Felt Artwear. She's on the Artfest shop. You can find her there, and lots of variety here. I'll just go back to her collection here. one more time. So you can just sort of get a scope. There's lots of different colors. There's soft. This is this beautiful soft cloud piece. If you're not one, you want something a little bit more neutral. You don't want to have some kind of crazy color like I would wear, but you want to have a bit more neutral pieces. There's another one here, earth's warmth. So greens, beautiful, sort of beautiful, beautiful blue and purple. This is a nice soft pinks. There's nice beauty. This is a really nice black, green and black luxury piece. This one's got like a shimmery kind of a, almost like iridescent kind of look to it, looks like. Really, really nice. Let's go down here a bit further. So this is one of the pieces here that she has. It's a shawl, but it also you can hang it on the wall as a piece of art as well. So multi-purpose here. There's also some like more of a smaller pieces like scarves. Here's some smaller pieces. Here you go for this piece here. There's another, this is one, it's never too early for Halloween. I guess we could have had that one last week, right? That would have been a good plan. Some more pieces here, more moonscapes. I love that piece there. Reminds me of a Vincent van Gogh piece painting almost. Starry Night. Very pretty. Oh, great. And then, so I'm just going to stop my share screen here. Back over here to see you again. Hi there. And yeah, so the other artist that I was going to talk to you about today was another gal that's new in our shop. And her name's Tamara. And it seems like today maybe sewing is my focus, but Tamara is a seamstress, and she designs and makes all kinds of things, does, you know, quilting mainly. But her pieces are really neat. So that she has her quilting pieces are a lot of them are of pets. I'm going to take you over and show you. Get it up here. Well, and I'll share my screen again so you can see what I'm talking about. But here is, she does, these are bits of fabric, but she's quilted it, and she does these pet portraits. So they're pretty amazing. So people can send in, you can send her in your photo of your pet. It could be a cat or a dog, whatever. And she will create these portraits for you. Here she is here. So that's Tamara. She also does these holiday tree topper Christmas trees, and she does beautiful art dolls as well. So I'll just take you over to see her collection so you can see a little bit more about what she's up to. So these are her art dolls here, real little characters. Now these dolls aren't actually made to be toys. These are more for doll collectors. Here we go. I'll just show you. Really cute. I love the redhead. Of course. There we go. Hey, that's me. It could be my hair. Really cute, beautiful faces. And she hand paints the faces. So that's pretty beautiful pieces of work for the dolls. And they all have names. I think this one is called Victoria. I think this is Nisha. Oh yeah, no, this is Jessica. There she is. That's Victoria. And that's Nisha. Those are the names. But just go back to her shop here, because I want to show you some more things. She does baby bibs as well. These are nice, the quilted baby bibs. I'll show you some more of the pets. She does some animal things, family forever quilt. It's for, she's all kinds, she'll do any kind of wild animal. If you have a favorite animal that you love, I mean, who doesn't love little monkeys, right? Then she does and look at the work she does. It's amazing. She's able to pull off, looks like a painting. It's like basically painting with fabric. You know, making all those little cuts of fabric and shapes she's put in. Those are all stitched and sewn in to make the art wall hanging. So she loves doing custom work. That's what she really does. But look at these beautiful pets. Look at this one. Hound dog. Really cute. And she does seem to be able to capture the personality of your pet. So it's a pretty amazing thing that she's doing, that she's going here. And this is a graduation dog, a dog who graduated from his dog training school. So they've got him with a little hat on, really, really cute. Pretty fun things, great gift ideas. I mean, family keepsake, these are kind of things that you buy and you have forever in your family. So they're not saying she's got some fun things like blue jays, and there you go, and some goose. Here's another beautiful pet, patiently waiting dog. That's like my Frankie, always waiting for me. I have a golden retriever dog who's so sweet. Like, it's the sweetest dog in the whole world. Always so patient, waiting for me all the time. She just waits. So she's a great companion. I love taking her everywhere I go because she's so well behaved. She's just been a treasure to have. She's 11 years old now, so getting up there. But yeah, so that's tomorrow. She has free shipping and lots of custom work. She has something in mind you want to do. It's fun to collaborate with her because she's a good listener and she can create your custom made piece that you want to have specially made. So, and that's another thing, don't forget about the holiday season. I was talking to one of the artists this week that said to me something that I just really hit home, is that, with COVID going on, some of her supplies are she's not going to be able to get them just because the supply chains have been so backed up with all the channels. So, shop early this year. I know this may seem early because we're, with first week in November, but I would encourage you to shop early for your gifts. Get your orders in. A lot of these handmade things do take time to make, so you want to get those done. But also, artists are going to run out of stuff. They really are. They're not going to have some of the materials that they need to finish things. So I would get on that right away. And who knows what's going to happen with all the shipping this year, with everybody shopping online. I know that people are scaling, that's for sure, and hiring people like the bigger companies that are doing the shipping. Getting ready because we're all going to be home shopping from our houses, and hopefully it'll be some fun. I know hoping you grab your favorite festival beverage on the weekend, and then we'll have some Christmas music playing and watch watch our live events. I hope you can join us again over the weekend, of course, the weekend. Because I have every day I'm doing a different interview. Tomorrow I'm doing an interview with photographer Patrick Klaus. He's from Kleno Photography, and he's an interesting young man. He travels all over the world to sacred places and interesting places that we never go to. And so I had a really nice interview with him, and he was taking me on some of his journeys of his adventures. So I'm going to share that with you. Hope you can join us for that. So let's go back over to the shop because we've got time to do a couple more things here. Just to give you a little bit of an idea about some of these deals we have going on here. So I'm just going to share this again. So I tried to make it easy for people on the website to actually find things. So now, like, I have a special event website up, like our front page. So when you arrive here, these are some of the features. So I made these little kind of badges for the different deals that you can go through, and each one leads to that artist's collection. So here we go. We go to, Muffin Mouse, who I always like to talk about every time I do the show, because Muffin Mouse Creations makes beautiful dresses for little girls, and she makes rompers and jumpers for both boys and girls, and she does these beautiful reversible jackets. And she also has a couple of little Christmas dresses. She's got the red tartan one, and then she's got this beautiful little sparkly holiday dress, which is absolutely adorable. So that's a really cute thing. So, and you buy a dress, and then you can grab and get one of her little books. I'm just gonna go back to I've showed these before, but she made a Christmas book. Get back to her collection here. So this is a series. She has 4 different books here. She's got The Night Before Christmas, and this is a merry little Christmas with a little mouse story, Rudolph, and the ABC Christmas. So some classics, and what a nice thing to add onto your collection too, is a little cloth book. I know it's important to teach our little ones the love of reading, as we know, and so you want to do that, and it goes up with a nice soft book, and it's gentle, right? They can touch the book and grab the book, and not damage it when they're first learning how to read. And then you can gently teach them all the joys of book reading together, snuggled up with a nice cozy book. So I encourage you to get one of those for any of the little people on your shopping list here. So yeah, so we also have Michelle's got a discount going, and she's got 5% off all of her jewelry designs this weekend. And One Rock Pottery has got free shipping going. Carolyn Barnett has got a brand new item that she just added to the shop. I'll just find it here. There it is there. It's a fall neck wrap in variegated green. Beautiful, beautiful knit piece here. Wear it lots of different ways. You see, you can wear it long, you can wear it really great. Wear it as a hood, you can wear it all kinds of different ways, which is a great versatile piece. And I know One Rock Pottery too has just added a whole new collection of pottery to her collection in the shop. So Leanna's stuff is here. Bowls, and you know, all her bowls, of course, they're all dishwasher, microwave safe, and oven safe as well. But she's got side plates, bowls, beautiful mugs. I love the little. This is a beautiful, really pretty. So the really beautiful, really delicate leaf pattern on there with the speckled look to it. And an unusual color too. It's a really interesting color. I really like it. I think that's a neat thing that she's got going there. And she's got, and the thing that's about pottery too is, I mean, I know I've talked about pottery quite a bit on the show because I love, it's one of my personal passions. But you know, pottery, you wonder why she got 3 different mugs, 4 mugs showing here. But the thing is, every time you make a piece of pottery, you can never make 2 things the same. So let's stop my share. So you think, oh, it's a set of mugs. Well, it's not really a set of mugs when you make pottery. It's you know, they're handmade. They're made from a lump of dirt, right? And they're handcrafted, and they're molded, and they're shaped, and then there's many things that can go or influence the process. I mean, it could even just be the humidity in the air and the weather, and I mean it's endless. It's kind of like my hair, right? It changes by the weather every time. There's a different kind of curl every day. But the mugs and the pottery is the same thing. So when you that's why every piece is one of a kind. You buy a mug, you're not going to be able to get that mug ever again, or a bowl, but you can get something that looks like a set. Like we've seen pottery sets. They're not exactly the same. Doesn't really matter. That's what gives them the unique character. So yeah, so lots of pottery, and there's other potters on our website too. Don't forget about Dottie Potts, and we'll be hopefully talking to Dottie Potts this weekend. I'm trying to line up a studio visit with Sandra and Gavin this weekend, so we can see what they're up to in their studio. So it's hard to believe it's already 3 o'clock, and I've been on here for an hour already. And I've enjoyed spending my time with you today here. And please have a look at our online shop, and try to take advantage of the deals that are there. There's lots of discounts. The deals are on for the weekend. They end at midnight on Sunday. And then the store is still open all the time. As you know, it's open 24/7. Now it's a permanent fixture for Artfest. I think it'll be a really nice thing to have ongoing. I hope that when you think about buying a gift, you'll always come to us first and say, "Oh my, let's go there and see what's new on the shop and see the handmade things." Nothing more important right now than, of course, shopping local, helping us all support, build the Canadian economy back. And we got a lot of work to do to get through this next few months and stay safe and stay healthy. And that's the very reason why we're not at shows, and we are doing everything in the safety of our homes and the comfort of our homes too. But it can be fun being home doing things. Like I'm having fun being at home, even though I miss my events, of course, and all the people and seeing all the visitors. It just isn't the same thing. And I'm talking to you today, but I can't see your faces. I hope you can put comments in the chat box and connect with me through Messenger. I'd love to hear from you about what you think about our event, our live event. What how can we make it better? if you have any questions, if you have any problems in the shop, I need to know about it. I really want to hear back from you. We're trying to make it a really pleasant experience and an interesting experience and an exciting experience. It's not an easy thing to do online, to shop online or to sell online. I like to be able to explore when I'm online, see things and be very visual. That's why I designed the shop the way I did, because there's lots of different ways you can search in that shop. If you like lists, there's a way you can do it that way. If you love visuals, if you just want to go exploring and see what's there. I know I've been on other virtual platforms, and unless you really kind of know where you're going, it's hard to see things. You only see one thing at a time. At the Artfest shop, I think I've done a great job with, I'm not saying that in an egotistical way, but I've really worked hard to try and make it so that you can see what's new in the shop, see who's new in the shop, see all the collections to check out, see the featured artists that are there, lots of things to explore, and thousands of items on the shop, and I'm really proud of it and very excited to be sharing it with you here today. So we'll see you again tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'm Lory MacDonald from Artfest Ontario. And this was our first day one of our November special event. So we're on for Saturday, tomorrow, and Sunday too as well. So tell your friends, come back tomorrow at 2. Or if you can, you can watch it. If you want to watch me all over again, you can watch it again later tonight and see me all over again if you want to watch the recording. So take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to shop at shop.artfestontario.com. Shop.artfestontario.com. Okay, see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.